Hey up, I'm Vu and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Bit of a cold and chilly day with -13 in our fair colony, but people are still kicking and people are still moving. Luckily enough, we've got the right set of clothings for everyone, so no more frostbites. Unfortunately, Sparkles had a bit of frostbite when we converted them. Now this is interesting. Orange the Healer has a small bit of alcohol tolerance, which means of course they'll be drinking more beer. Not that that's a bad thing, we can continue to produce a lot of beer in our colony, which is a good thing. Now, let's see. Last episode we ended up marking up the cooler and dealing with these bugs. So these bugs will stay outside. Unfortunately they won't die, but they should start wandering further and further and potentially get off the map sometime or later. So with that, let's just double check what's happening. So we did actually set up the two tables, one for sculpting. And that's something we've been talking about, or I've talked about for quite a while, and we never got around to doing it. And the other table is the electric smelter, which means that some of these slag parts we can turn back into proper steel and then move into our stockpile, which is a good thing. And whoa, what's puzzlement? What's happening here? You are all cowering. Why is that? Did you try to walk out the back entrance? Probably. How about if, let's not hold it open but not build a copy. For some reason I always forget that it's the left one, this one. Forbid it, so just so they don't walk out that way, and then hopefully we don't have to worry about any bugs. Because there aren't any bugs inside this area, right? No, so that should be fine. I might just reset your priorities just so you get some work done. Like that, awesome. That's what I want to see. Interesting. I'll have to work out what was going on there. Okay, maybe that would explain it. So Fu is hauling the Mega Spider to the dump, which is probably what they were trying to do. Same with this Cephalopede. Yeah, it's probably Cephalopede. I'm never sure how to pronounce some of these names. Hopefully I'm not too far off. Awesome. Okay, let's continue on and see what else we can do this episode. Bit bizarre, I'm seeing a few stunners here and there. Wonder what that's about. Oh, I actually know what that's about. Never mind. I've actually got a bit of work off in the background, which is probably using just a few ticks of the CPU right now. Okay, cool. This electric smelter's up. It does use a substantial amount of power. It also does provide heat for this room, so we shouldn't need a heater as long as we keep this on. That said, I'm just wondering. Melt metal from slag. Yes, we want to do that forever, so that's a permanent job which people have to continue doing. What else can we do? Well, I guess in theory we could actually smelt metal from weapons, but can we dictate which weapons we want? Like, I'd rather if they're poor quality. Here we are, that's what I need to look at. If they're awful to normal quality, how about awful and poor quality? 0 to any hit points we will get rid of. Yep, I think that's a good idea, so we're going to do forever. Ingredient radius, I think we can drop that. We'll leave it at 999. I don't think there's too many issues there. And make sure that's on the bottom. Then we'll do smelt from weapon. Try this once more. And say do forever. And we'll actually specify weapons of a higher hit point. So if the weapons are exceptionally damaged, we might as well get the steel for it. Yeah. Because even legendary pieces won't sell for much. We're selling them for cents, essentially. I'm not sure if that's a really good use of my time, just going through all the listings or just trying to get a few cents out of every item. You know what, actually, let's change this. I think we do want to keep at least, because that's a thing that goes up to, let's see, anything up to excellent. If they're masterwork or legendary, I don't know if, can things get legendary? They probably can. I think we'll keep them around, because they will probably have some good attributes that will be worth keeping. But no, let's make sure we keep it as much metal as possible in our colony, and also get rid of items that we don't need. Now the other thing we can do is actually build, I believe we're still doing the research for it, or not. Did we complete the research? We may have. Let's see. Actually, electric crematorium. We have done it. So that does mean that if we decide to, we can actually place this one maybe along a different wall. Probably place it along this wall. Or do I place it over here? Ooh, the choices. I suspect doing something like this wouldn't be a bad idea. And then we can actually burn the bodies, get the clothing, and work on from there. Yeah, I'm happy with that idea. So we're going to actually do a bit of flooring in these rooms. We do have the wood, don't we? Let's check our listings. 1400 wood. That's not bad. And also the sculptor's table has been built. Awesome. Okay, so we are chewing through steel. The steel, well, we get more steel sometime soon. What else do we do? I was talking about flooring. I can't believe. Very short-term memory for some reason there. Now, we have the choice of doing either actual stone flooring or wooden flooring. We have, what is it? Most likely going to be using slate if we were to. Let's see. Dull-looking rock, which chips easily, which means it's weak. It's for flooring, so it wouldn't matter too much. I also suspect that maybe doing some flooring in these areas could help improve the beauty. But no, we'll do rooms first, and we know that wood has a neutral aesthetic, so I'm going to see if we can do something a little more positive. Maybe after I choose the research. So when it comes to research, let's pause it. I want to make sure we're getting through this as fast as we can. Well, we have the option of carpet making, which requires cloth, which would be the cotton plants. Don't think we're going to do anything too much with that right now. That's a fair amount of research to get done. Now, the shipbuilding basics require the high-tech research bench, which I'm yet to build, and also the multi-analyzer, which requires the high-tech research bench. So we can't get there quite yet, but we are getting very close to shipbuilding. So in theory, we could leave this world very well. I say very soon in a very loose manner, because it's not going to be very soon. It's probably going to be at least another 5 more episodes, just because of the sheer amount of work to get done. Now, I think gun turrets have been nice. We've survived pretty well so far, but it couldn't hurt having a few turrets just to help pick off a few stragglers here and there. Or mortars. You know, given we have shells, I think mortars. This would be a good thing to research, just because we currently got the shells, and defense is something that we haven't worked heavily on in this colony. Yeah, it's an awful large amount of work. 6,000 units. It's probably the most expensive piece of work we've had to do so far. Yeah, right next to electric smelting. So this should be interesting. It will be worth it, that's for sure. But it's going to take a while. Nothing much to worry about then. Now, where was I? I was building ground, so we're going to do some slate floors in these rooms. I think that's the best use of this material. And then in each of the actual colonist rooms, we're just going to do wood. It does use a lot of wood. That was maybe, nearly 400 units of wood. But we got that spare. So I think we shouldn't be concerning ourselves with wood wastage. Yeah. Now I'm just checking we've got any other areas that we might want to pave over. Probably only the inside edge here, but I'm thinking of using more slate for this. Because I'd prefer just to have actual blocks outside and wood on the indoors. I don't know, just maybe an aesthetic or a style that we can sort of keep to, which should work fine for this colony. Something like this. I don't suspect this helps with speeding people's movement up. I mean, we know that snow slows things down, so it's worth roofing areas where you can. That said, I could probably roof a few more areas here, and that would help with with snow issues. Let's see, we got this area down here to do. Cool. Oh, we're missing the doorways here. We can't have that, can we? One of the doors just keeps things looking relatively even. I think, are we missing any in the doorways? Yes, we're missing one in the doorway there. And now, this is the butcher's room. I'm thinking we just use some sandstone, just something very generic for the room. You know, something you can just, use like a high pressure water spray. High pressure water spray? High pressure water hose. High pressure water hose on. Not that these colonists actually have it, but that's the idea. It's something they can chuck water, spray it, keep it clean. So of course, as I've said before, it is the butcher's room. Well, since it is once again nighttime, I'll be seeing you guys in the morning. Well, I wasn't wrong there. Throughout the night, we lost power once more, so we're still not producing enough to get us through the night, which is really unfortunate. We have to do something about that. And I think sooner is better rather than later. That said, I wouldn't mind talking to these gunsmiths first. I think we might have... Well, I don't think we've already used the smelter much yet. but I'd rather see if we can just sell off what we can. So, Val, we're going to grab you once more and get you to chat to these traders. Why don't I find you in the listing? Or under the listing. Okay, we'll get you over here and call the... Wait, they aren't remote, are they? Oh, it's a caravan. Never mind. We'll likely let them come a little closer before we do that. Good. Good. You're getting the floors done. Excellent. Now, I just realised this is actually a sandstone room. Probably didn't realise at the time what style of aesthetics I was working towards, but I think we can just put a block under there. And just keeps... And it makes sure that, you know, we're not missing any points. Even on the beds, we're actually flooring things. Good. Okay. What's one of the other things we can work on? Well, I think most likely it's going to be more solar power. The solar power does well throughout the daytime, and we do have the batteries for storage. We just got to charge them up. And of course the wind power is any time of the day. The other option is, well, we don't have it quite yet, would be the geothermals. Let's look at the unresearched section. I think geothermal is pretty far along. Actually, all we need is a high-tech research bench. That might have been a smart thing to actually get done, and we do have a few close or sort of nearby. And we could certainly run some power through into the base, and that would help us quite substantially. Ooh, there's thoughts, decisions. Yeah, I think that'd be a very smart idea. Okay, I'll let people continue working on the mortars, but I think I'll be shifting over to geothermal once, of course, we build... Where is it? High-tech research bench, which, of course, is absolutely massive. So how many blocks do I need to mine out? Looks like... What's that? One along the edge. That's not too much work to get done. As long as I get it flagged, Acorns will do anything that I ask of them. Except jumping off a cliff. Don't think they're willing to do that quite yet. And, oh, I actually have to mine out one lower as well, because we need our colonists to be able to walk around the tables to get to the, you know, seat areas and whatnot. You know, even with that thought again, having a door here just so we can get access to the comms table might be worth it. It's a bit of a shortcut, and it will save Val some time, given that this is essentially his only place that he ever works. Actually, how are you in this room? You're an optimist, which helps. You're comfortable, worn out of peril, slept in cold, disturbed sleep, feeling bad, in a little bit of pain, and hungry. Well, hungry. You're not that bad so far, and we don't have any issues with, I'm about to say nutritional issues. What's the word for it? It's... Oh, I can't remember. Oh, when people get a little bit too hungry in this colony. No, back to this. So, in general, Val is feeling quite fine there. It looks relatively nice. The beauty is average. The comfort, of course, is good because they're sitting on a chair. I wonder what else we can spot. So it doesn't quite make it to a 1. Why is that? So it's mainly these walls. So if we replace the walls, then that might be a little bit better off for our colonists. And let's forget, escape does not get out of that mode. Okay, well, let's things speed along, and hopefully people get this all mined out soon. Whoops, I wasn't smart about that, you know, talking about wanting to trade with these caravans, and trade with the caravan and they're about to leave. And I suspect we're already, it's too late. Yep, they're moving way too fast for Val to get over there in time. No, okay, sorry Val. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I thought we could trade with them. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the morning. Or maybe after this work is done, either or. And with that, the wall is now mined through. So of course we're going to replace this one, because I think it is still worth leaving this in its own little dividing room. But we can finally get around, since we have the space now, and the correct space. Darn it. Let's place down the high-tech research bench. So I wanted to put it along the back wall, so we put one in, means we have a bit of space to walk around the bottom, and I will be able to replace both sides. So this should turn out well. I do think as well that I will be expanding the wall just out all the way around here and across. That means we can actually replace these simple research benches. That said, this actually requires power when in use. That's an issue. Okay, well, we'll have to see how this goes. We're still going to place it down, and then we have to work out roughly where we're going to be placing the multi-analyzer, the extra tool, which will help us with the advanced research. I suspect that we will probably end up maybe placing it in the middle of the room, somewhere like this. See if it can reach to every single table. Assuming it can actually reach to more than one table, which I think it does. Okay, now we need to do something about this power. This is incredibly annoying, seeing everything run out. I suspect the easiest thing right now will be to not reconnect, but to toggle the power on the electric smelter. That should at least reduce some of the consumption. The next thing we can do is build a solar generator. And look at that. Very lucky. We can actually fit in another one just here. Unfortunately, it is right up against the wall. Not much I can do about that. We're just going to deal with it. What else can we do? Can we fit one along here? Oh, we can't. That's right, because the turbine's probably just in the way by one block. Little unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with it. And I suspect that's really all the solar panels I really want to be putting inside the base, because this area here I prefer to keep open or just add some extra rooms on. I don't know, I'll work out what we're going to do with it at a later point. You know, my general reasoning. If I can't work out what to do it now, do something with it later. Okay, well, we've got some cargo pods which came during one of the previous nights. I never got around to taking a look, but it is some rat meat. Not sure it's a very pleasant flavour, but our colonists will eat next to anything. The great thing about it is it is currently frozen, which means we just got to haul it in before it deteriorates outside. So hopefully someone will get around to doing that, and that should serve us quite well. Now, I realise something that we can do now. It is another task for people to get done, and it's an awful lot of work, but I think it is worth having a second dump stockpile. It's very thin, but what we're going to do is, let's see, clear all, and find the right set of corpses, mechanoids, because we actually want to haul them somewhere, and at the moment there isn't any place in this base, because eventually we'll be able to disassemble them at the machining table, which is the previous bit of research that we actually got. So we'll be able to haul these two centipedes in, plus the two at our main entrance. And that should help quite a lot. So the other thing we want to do is probably check our steel, because I think we're out of steel here, I suspect. Can I click on this? Let's see, steel 20 out of 20, but we don't have any granite. Of course, I've done the same thing again. Let's see, do I want to build a copy? No, I don't want to build a copy, so I can't change the material type. Cancel that bit of work and rebuild the electric crematorium. And I did the same thing twice. Well, looks like I didn't learn from my mistake then. So we actually want to choose probably sandstone or limestone. I believe this is limestone at 216 blocks, which it is. And we don't use limestone for anything else in this colony, so I think that would be the best use for it for the moment. So we'll mark that down, someone get around to building it, and things will be good. Now, what was I talking about? I was talking about building a machining table. So back to here, in the listings, machining table. So we can build this finally, and this will allow us to disassemble the mechanoids, get a few bits of materials and stuff back from it. Now I think the best way to fit it in this room will be the other place along this back wall or along this side wall. I think we're going to place it along the side just for the moment. If we have any other buildings that we want to build, probably a drug lab will be one of the next things we'll build once we've done the research, of course. I'll place it along maybe the bottom or top edge, work it out. But no, the machining table, and that's steel and components. A lot of steel, which means we'll probably run out. Yeah, we will. 29. I don't know if that bit of steel in the room is being counted. I don't know. I'll look at it another time, because we have something else to consider ourselves as a local ibex deer. See, it's not a deer, it's a doe. Deer, a doe. Okay, it's gone mad and will attack everyone it sees. It started going in, you know, better say sound of thunder, but that's not what I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking musical. That's it. Sound of music. That's what I'm thinking of. But no, let's keep track of the animal and check who's it trying to attack. So you're attacking orange, and orange is whereabouts? All the way on the other side of the base. Interesting choice. I'll keep an eye on it and probably just get a few people to start shooting it down. I think that's probably the best thing for it. So, Bauer, do you have a ranged weapon? Awesome, you do. Let's put you behind defense number 1. And orange, since it's attacking you, might as well put you over here as well, because it should continue to attack you or decide to attack you. I think Sparkles will get you outside, or will we let you continue hauling those components? Nope, we're going to grab you and put you outside as well. Who else can we grab? Trader, you've got some rat meat. The same with Falcon over here, so we need to consider someone else. Probably Taya, maybe? Taya has got a weapon. I don't think we've used you too often, so it'd be good to get up your skills in shooting. So yeah, we'll bring you outside and make sure everyone's listed. What am I thinking? Listing? Yeah, I'm not too sure, but there we go. The deer's coming closer, and hopefully people get out around there in time. Okay, time to order people. So, orange over here, sparkles on the right, that's fine. Sparkles, you don't have range. Okay, try again. Who else has yet to come out? Taya, taking your time. Go slow it down, and hopefully people continue shooting. Taya, I guess we'll put you along the top edge, because that's where they're coming from now. See how this turns out. And a few more attacks. Oh, there we go. So it only took one bit of damage. I probably could have got orange in there to soak the hit for Bauer, but it's only a bruise, so it's not too much to worry about. So I'll recruit people, and I guess orange, can we get you to consume the Ibex corpse? Is it still alive, or is it dead? Okay, it must have just died then. Thanks, Bauer. That's just a couple of bullets into it. Well, we do need someone to haul it in, so orange, you get to do that. Awesome. That's a little bit of food for us. Considering how little we have and how careless. I haven't been too careless when it comes to food. I've probably been a bit lax. Is more of an accurate way of describing this. Because we don't actually have enough food to keep our colony going. Actually, I should actually double check. We have 1 meal and 47 pemmican, which obviously lasts forever. Okay. Now, one of the things we can obviously take note here is, no, this is getting built because we are completely out of steel. I noticed that earlier on, but we haven't done anything about it. And of course, the simple thing, once again, will be to do some mining. Get our colonists probably... where's the closest bit of steel? There isn't a close bit of steel, is there? It's all really far away. Oh. What can we do? I think... that door's forbidden as well, so people can't walk out the bottom yet. So actually, here we are. There we go. There's a good bit of steel. So we get probably most of that mined out. Hopefully nothing collapses there. I don't suspect that it is... it's undiscovered, so that doesn't help. Hopefully that's not under a mountain. Anyhow, so that's a bit of steel. People get around to mining it, but obviously, once again, it will take a little bit of time. Hey! Thanks, Freckles. Is it Freckles? No, it's Prancer. My mistake. Freckles is down below. So we've actually got these 2 centipedes in place now. So when we get around to building the machining table, which obviously requires more steel, then we should be good. And with that, I can't even take a breath. We've got a raid. Plus, there's a relationship involved. So, the people who have relationships with your colonists or prisoners in the arriving group of pirates, keep in mind that even though they're related, they will still attack because of their bad faction relatings. These people are the mercenary slasher Fox, the grandson, oh wow, grandson of Kanga. How old are you, Kanga? Makes me think you're very old. You're 26 years old. Wow. You had children young, and your child had children young. If I read that correctly. Grandson of. Yeah. Well, that's right, isn't it? Oh. I could have got it the other way around. Maybe your great-grandfather is here. No, that wouldn't make sense. No, that would... I'm getting myself confused. Let's see. Oh no, that's actually, yeah, that makes more sense now. Grandmother. So let's double check what that said again. So Slasher Fox has a grandson who is Kanga. Instead of Kanga has the grandson. Yeah, you get the idea. I've got it the wrong way around originally, but no, there we go. I'll keep that in note. Keep that in mind. So whereabouts are you guys coming from? So we can close off that notification. Goods trader. Okay, well, I think we might want to trade with those guys if we can. And whereabouts the raiders? So the raiders are at the bottom. Whoops, keep my mouse on this. Bottom right. Okay, that's not too many, and a lot of these guys don't have shields, which helps us out quite a lot. So, Fox, how old are you? You're 47 years old, but you were in cryosleep for a total of 139, for a total age of 139. Okay. Interesting. I don't think we'll have to worry too much, but getting the bottom door might be a higher priority than I've had it listed. Because we've done the mining for it already, which is a good thing. But sandstone door, and place it just here. And actually, that's good. So this cooler is in line. The collar will actually act as part of a wall, which means the door should work. And I can actually get all this hauled and obviously a bit more steel from all of this. So these raiders will prepare for a while before they attack. There's a bit of time to work out if there's anything else we want to be focusing on. What are you doing? You're building that. That's an incredibly large amount of work. 300 and something units for this crematorium. You aren't missing an arm or anything, which might help. Might explain why. Okay, there we go. Poor ventilation, 40%. That explains why it's going to take you forever, Falcon. Hopefully you get a bit of slope sometime soon. Let's see, anything else we want to do right now? Probably not. I just hope that they don't come through the bottom door. Otherwise I might just have to completely scrap it. Okay, they're attacking now. So, let's see, what are you focusing on? You're igniting a solar generator, that's inside the base. Wind turbine, wooden door, power switch, and a wooden wall. Okay, the wooden wall I'm not too keen about, and I also can't see where you're pathing to. I suspect that might be on the right side, because I think this is one of the last places we've got a wooden wall on the outside, apart from the food area, which, you know, I've kind of regret doing to some extent, but knowing that they are attacking through the bottom entrance, they're all going to come around, we can start positioning everyone. So, let's check. Everyone's got weapons. Everyone who can fight has weapons, I should say, which seems to be the case. Awesome. So grabbing everyone, get them in position. That should be interesting. I don't suspect we'll have too many issues because this trap design works very well. Interestingly enough, we've got a bit more slag that we can haul in. Might as well mark that to be hauled. And what are you guys doing? You are out of the bounds. No. That said, you are restricted as well, so we're going to have to do something about that. Maybe Fu is outside, which explains why. Nope. You're just outside. Hopefully you come back. Okay. A bit of pathing issues there. I don't know what that was about. So, ordering. What's happening? Falcon. I think we can put on the right side. Falcon on the left. Val on the right. King can stay in the center. Bauer should actually go in the center, given that it's a machine... I'm about to say machine gun, but it's actually a minigun. Slight difference. So get people ordered now. Oops, can we go here? Thank you. Taya, I think you can go on the left side. Or do we get Sparkles? Or Fu? Let's see. I think we get Taya on the right. There are two melee characters, Orange on the left and Trader on the right. Oops, can we go there please? Which leaves only Fu and Sparkles, who get to shoot behind everyone. So as long as you guys in the front don't move too much, I think we won't have any shot off heads. Hopefully. There's still a chance, unfortunately. So whereabouts are these people coming from? Whereabouts are they? Okay, they're getting closer. They're not quite there yet. So hopefully our colonists don't snap. Like that. Or threaten to snap would be a more accurate description of what they're about to do. And we should be able to continue on and deal with this raid, no problems. So, Freckles, I believe that is the worst side for you to stand on. So, what I should do right now is animals. Can we give you to Toxo as the master, which means you won't be near any fighting and should keep you alive. So, Freckles, can you move without getting shot? Awesome. Well, this seems to be turning out well. Everyone's coming through and dying pretty fast. Very easy raid. And last person, and now they're fleeing. Awesome, and Fox is actually still alive. I don't suspect we're going to try and capture them and convert them. We've got enough people in this colony to worry about as is. So with that, I'll probably try and recruit everyone and let them be. Checking restrictions for our colonists. Oh, they're allowed outside, so Toxo could have wandered out, which could have been an issue, but it wasn't, so that's something. It's of course something I need to keep in note for next time, so make sure people are unrestricted, and animals can be restricted to the home zone. Means they can wander wherever they need to. Anything else we need to do, or is that enough? No, I suspect that's fine. Okay, let's get back to doing a bit more building, shall we? So, one of the things I wanted to do with the research room, which I'm curious, is it still defined as a laboratory or described as a laboratory? Which is not that button, but it's this one. Nope, not that one. Oh, which one is it? Statistics one? Okay, so it still counts as a laboratory, and it is a lot larger now. Very spacious is its description. But I'm still going to put the wall in place. I think that's what it needs. So let's turn off the settings now for that, and continue building the wall. So I think we'll be doing probably just a sandstone wall. We do have sandstone spare, yep. So it's the best choice. Oh, that said, we'll have to take out the corner if we want to place a door here, which is what my original intention was. Yep, so mine that one block and allows us a bit of an easier access instead of having to walk all the way around to get access to this room. Now, I'm not too keen on having doors going every which way possible, but I don't think it's too bad if we leave it like that. Now, of course, since we've expanded this room, I think we'll also have to build the corner area now. So we'll just keep it in line, something like this. It means we'll be able to eventually replace all these tables with the advanced ones, which should help speed up things. And of course, I forgot about the exotic goods trader. That's the second time I've done it. I'm obviously not learning my lesson. But the good thing about it is we're actually getting food a bit faster now. I suspect that maybe our power threshold is, just along the edge there, along a knife edge. Because, of course, we can grow things during the night, which helps speed up the amount of food we're producing. And since we got meat, I think we're only really waiting for probably more vegetables or plant-based things to produce more of the pemmican that we need, because we've only got 51 units, and I believe we are trying to aim for a lot higher than that. How much is it? 115. So yeah, okay, that's something to keep note. Now, we've finally got the electric crematorium. Now, this uses enough power as is, so obviously we're going to add a bill. Now, you can get rid of bad clothing, which couldn't hurt, so it will help save our storage area. I think no, we'll do that. So we'll create the modules first, so we're going to do forever. Get rid of them, no reason to keep them around. Animal corpses we will be keeping, because of course we can butcher them. Human corpses, I don't suspect we want to do anything more with them. No, we want to keep colonists. Strangers we don't care about. It's just a matter of hygiene, getting rid of the bodies. Yeah, that's good. That's what we want. Okay, so of course when they actually cremate the body, they will actually strip the clothing, which means we can haul it in, and I won't have to keep flagging things, which would be nice. But let's actually burn some apparel. So we want to do forever, and we want to control what we're burning and how much of it we're burning. So we only want to burn things which are maybe superior quality and are below, say, 30 hit points. Awful to superior, good to superior, and below 30 hit points, because people generally change clothes by that point. Let's drop it down to 20. Yeah, and that should be good. Get rid of all the clothing we don't need, and will basically isn't worth anything. Good. Okay, we'll keep that going, and since people are sleeping, I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, well that wasn't much of a break, but some people have actually got around to getting some of the last bits of work done. But of course, we're going to have to leave it here for this episode. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode as much as I've enjoyed playing it. So, but if you have anything to say, anything of concern, anything you might want to suggest, add, or just generally say about the video, feel free, of course, to leave it in the comments below. So, as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.